Here's another, would this bother you? I dated a guy for a couple months. We never went out to dinner. He did cook for me. He was a fabulous cook. Even for my birthday, he cooked me a great meal, but we hadn't gone out to dinner. So Christmas time comes, and we've been dating about 3-4 months at this point. And he says, let's spend the whole day Christmas shopping and doing fun things and having hot cocoa and blah, blah, blah. So we do. Then we make plans to eat at the Melting Pot, the fondue restaurant. The bill comes, it's $185. The bill sits and sits and sits. It's so uncomfortable. We've already been there like 2 hours. The waitress doesn't know what to do. She's come back to check like 10 times. He's not picking up the tab. Finally, he does. Then he ends up telling me in a text how upset he was that I had the audacity to spend $200 at the mall on my children, their gifts, and not pitch in for the bill. He feels a bill like that should have been split 50-50. I quote what he said. And I'm just wondering, would that bother you?
She's going to sink, Captain.
But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
She can't float.
All right, Kaween, allow this gorilla to help out. He's going to throw on his common sense superhero cape and try to give you the information that you obviously desire. All right, so let's look at the information that you gave. Although it's very limited, I can draw a little bit of a conclusion here. You said you've been dating this guy for a couple months, 3-4, your words, and he's always cooked for you, but you've never gone out. Well, starting off, sounds like he's a good guy. Most men won't cook for you. And you said that you're a single mom. You had a bunch of kids. All right, you got a guy who's willing to come in and cook for a single mom. That's several pluses right there. I'm still not hearing a plus for your side. And then you go out Christmas shopping, okay, and you spend $200 on the Rugrats gifts. And then you both have plans to go to this fondue restaurant, and it's a bill that's like 180 some odd bucks. And you said that he was upset because he didn't pick up the tab. And he texted you later saying that you had the audacity to not to pay half of that bill. And you're shocked and shaken, and you're making a YouTube video about it. And would that upset any man? Okay, first of all things being equal, that's what we could call the wife material test right there. You see, this ride or die mentality that you, femme fatale, say that you have, that was him putting that to the test. A ride or die chick would have just said, hey, babe, I got you. We're going to split this one. Yeah, I just dropped $200 on gifts. I could drop $90 to help you out here. You're always cooking for me. You're always taking care of me. You didn't do that. You couldn't figure that out. And now you're upset that he was upset. And you're asking other men, would you be upset? No, men wouldn't be upset. Men would just figure out at that point, okay, you are not wife material. You are not a ride or die. From this point on, you're a pump and dump at best. And it sounds like it didn't last too long after that. Oh well. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
So how much younger are we talking? Well, we're not talking about little children, little boys that I'm going to run out and date, little teenagers. I'm talking about emotionally mature men, you know, early 30s, even late 20s, some of them. I have no issue with dating someone much younger than me if there's an emotional connection, a physical connection, and we're on the same wavelength. Like, really, I don't see the problem with it. If you're getting along, we're both old enough to know what we want, whether it's a physical thing or a deeper connection. Men do it all the time. Men have always been with younger women, some much, much younger. Like, why is it a problem for a woman to date a younger man, a younger, attractive, fit man, someone that has no baggage? I'm not here for drama. I don't do drama. I don't want any drama. Some men in their 30s have already got kids. They don't want any more kids, and they're happy to just also have no drama. And a lot of them will say, oh, you know, younger women are more dramatic. They don't really have a lot to talk about. I really get along with older women.
All right, fam, I just gotta say it. I am very sure that most of my more experienced viewers are gonna say they can see the blatant double standard hypocrisies here. Okay, note that she is now asking a standard. Hey, what is the good age difference? I mean, what is an acceptable age difference between an older woman dating a younger man? What age difference are we talking about? What is acceptable? In saying that, older men are just going to ask, wait a second. This question was never asked when it was older guys dating younger women. It was always gaslighting, shaming language. Oh, you give off pedo vibes. Oh, you're just manipulating them. Oh, you're taking advantage of their immaturity. She doesn't know any better. If she did, she wouldn't date an old man like you. Anything negative. You women would always throw it on a guy who dates a woman younger than him because you were talking about your competition. Because these young women wanted the same guys that you want. And you didn't want those guys to go younger, so you have to use everything and anything in your power, to include shaming language, to discourage that. But now when it's an older woman dating a younger guy, oh, well, hold up, let's set some ground rules, because this has got to be acceptable, because men have always dated young women, right? Sure, my multi-decades post-war queen, of course it has to be acceptable now. The only difference is, it's not going to be long-term. You've accepted that this is going to be a pump and dump. But let's hear what she has to say.
Older women know what they want. They have better conversation. And I'm not saying that about young women, because there's plenty of young women I know that have, just as much to say or know what they want as well. But I'm just generalizing, like this is what I've been told. And yeah, so I mean, my ex is 13 years younger. We were together for 8 years. It wasn't just a fling, like some people think that it's just a temporary fling. And I actually left him at the end of that 8 years because of other reasons, not an age gap. It was nothing to do with an age gap. We got along quite well. Hence I would not have married him. But yeah, I'm not looking to get married again. And, even just for companionship or just someone to hang out with, travel with, all that sort of stuff. I'm not looking for a marriage proposal. So anyone that's sending in the DMs, please don't, because I'm not looking to get married. It's just, just dating and obviously see what happens. But just because a man is younger, it doesn't mean that he's not emotionally mature, mentally mature, and doesn't know what he wants. So, yeah, that answers that.
Does not compute, does not compute, does not compute.
Oh, so you were with a younger man that was 13 years younger than you, and you were with him for 8 years, and you're the one who left that relationship. Yeah, those relationships last a long time, and you don't want people to have some wrong thing about why you left them, and you just left them. Notice how this Colleen didn't say the reason why she left them. Now, I just have to ask this Colleen, does she mind telling the whole world why she left that younger man? I mean, she's already putting out his business out there. She might as well come up and say why she left him. But I know this Colleen won't do it, because she already had a chance to do it in this video. And for my younger viewers, let me explain something to you that my more experienced viewers probably already know. You see, the reason she left this younger man is plain and simple. She started to see that he was noticing other women. As he aged, he was coming into his needs. He probably wanted to start a family. He probably wanted children. She couldn't provide for him. And he started noticing other women, young women, women his own age. She saw it, and she decided, okay, I'm going to leave him before he leaves me, because he's not going to stick around. He's probably going to get another girl pregnant. He wants to start a family. I can't give him that. And this isn't a knock on her. It's just plain biology. Humans are built that way, to procreate. Her egg carton was empty. She knew it. She enjoyed those 8 years, and it was time for her to check out. But don't worry, Queen. Since you dated a guy who was 13 years your younger, maybe you should now date a guy who's 13 years your senior. See how that works out. Moving on.
Be ready for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years for the change about when it comes to dating and age gaps for women especially. We've been so used to having older men date younger women for generations, right? And it's always been acceptable. Whereas when it comes to a woman who's older dating a younger man, it's barely been acceptable. And maybe people that have been in this situation already, and some people will make comments and remarks about it like it's not society's standard of what it should be, right? It's kind of like a weird concept that an older woman could be with a younger man. Well, the next 10 plus years, within that time, it's going to go boom. So many more couples are going to be accepted into society and accepted for having this type of dynamic. So there's definitely going to be a shift in this. And the reason for this is that a lot of women who are older are going to gravitate more towards the younger generational men because of their emotional acceptance. They're able to open up emotionally, they're emotionally available, or their emotional intelligence is open. They want to learn, they want to please their woman, they want to explore. And a lot of women are kind of over the older generational men, and there's a reason for this, and this is not all men, so I don't want you to get, if you're triggered by this, think about it. This might not be you, okay?
All right, this girl has got to accept that as time goes on, and the more and more decades plus post-war Colleens show up on these TikTok videos, the more and more we see incredible levels of copium. I mean, this Colleen is ODing on copium so bad, she says that, oh yeah, as time goes on, we're going to see a bigger acceptance of older women dating younger men for a bunch of ridiculous reasons. No. Why don't you say the real reasons? The reasons are because as time goes on, the men that you want are going to become more RP aware, and they're not going to put up with your nonsense. The older you get, the smaller your dating pool gets. And the men that you feel that you're qualified for, i.e. the men that all women are attracted to, are going to be doing other things like, oh, I don't know, dating younger women or going overseas. Outsourcing because they want a more traditional woman. Because let's face it, in the West, especially in the US, women are getting more liberated and getting all these things. No, you're getting more masculine. You are causing your own demise in the dating world. The point is, the more this Colleen keeps going on her ventures, her points of views, keeps doing this copium push stronger than any South American cartel, the worse it's gonna get for her. The lonelier you're gonna get, and the more desperate you get, i.e. you go for younger men. And honestly, Queen, what do you expect from these younger men? Do you expect to have like the same level of relationship you could with a guy your age? No. Half these young men are going to see you as a pump and dump, as target practice, as a place they can go in, shoot it all up, and not get any receipts out of it. I mean, on the plus side, I see the sugar mama market's going to grow, but let's see what else she has to say.
But a lot of older guys were born in a generation where not speaking about your emotions, not being able to communicate, not being able to be open about how you feel because it's going to make you look a certain way. And this is where like the older 40, 50, 6-year-old men have been brought up because that's how their parents brought them up, or that's how their communities brought them up, that's how society brought them up. They had to be men, not show any emotions, right? Whereas now it's almost like flip the script. Now it's emotion. So now it's almost like so much emotion. And I can definitely see from like lots of different people that I know, people that I know and don't know, that there's a lot more couples that are, a lot more women that are gravitating towards younger men. And again, a lot of younger men who are more interested in older women because one, older women know a lot more what they might want compared to the younger women of this generation. It's not to say it's a bad thing. It's just kind of the perception that's happening right now. So a lot of older women will know what they want, be very precise, be very direct, and be able to teach things to the younger guys. It's not to say that everybody's going to be in these types of dynamics, but we're definitely going to see a lot more of this, and it's going to become more acceptable than what it has been in the past. So, I don't know. Do you know anybody that's in this position? Are you in this position? Do you want to be in this position? Leave a comment down below. I'd be very curious to see what your thoughts are. If you're against it, if you're for it, if you know somebody in this type of dynamic. But yeah, it's very interesting times to be in this dating scene, let's just say.
Oh, and she actually says that, these older guys were all taught, don't talk about your feelings, don't talk about your emotions, be men. And that's all because they were brought up that way. Probably because that's what you're attracted to. I'm sorry, Kareem, but this bullcrap that you women always say is always the PC answer, but never the actual truth. I mean, if a guy starts talking about his feelings or his emotions, you start feeling the ick immediately. That's number one. Number two, the reason that men can't talk about their feelings, their emotions to most women is because you cannot be empathetic. You can be sympathetic, but you cannot be empathetic. You cannot put yourself in the guy's shoes. And you're always going to think about it from a woman's perspective as, why is he even thinking that way? I'm just not respecting him anymore. So yeah, older men are going to act that way. And surprisingly enough, they act that way and you women are attracted to that. I wonder why. And then this Cohen goes on to say that younger men are a lot more emotional. It's like the script has flipped and the younger men are talking about all their emotions because of people that she knows. Yeah, whatever. And that's why they're getting with older women. Okay, that in an odd way kind of sounds like a mommy fetish. Are you trying to insinuate that these older women are getting with younger men because they want to partake in a mommy fetish? I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm actually just making an observation of what she just claimed. Hey, you know what? Young men can be emotional all they want. They want to go to an old lady and tell them all their emotional states right after they shag the hell out of them. Hey, to each their own. This gorilla is not going to fetish shame anyone. Kind of the opposite of what women usually do when they see older men go in for young women, huh?
Emotional damage!
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund. Or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.